Dollar Bets podcast, your home to free money sports betting.
All right, hi everybody. Dollar Bets back for a little March Madness action. Got Debo here with me. How you doing, Debo?
Doing great. We live for March.
All right, so let's do a quick recap. Last week, I'll go real quick through my tournament winner predictions. Started out in the West Coast Conference. I had St. Mary's. We know Gonzaga beat them. Didn't hit. That was a little rough. Gonzaga came back out of nowhere. It's pretty nice to see them back in March. Maybe Mark Few's got it ready to go. I think they're an 8 seed going into the bracket, but we'll see what they do. I had New Mexico. They lost. Tried to hit a buzzer beater about against Boise State. That didn't hit. They were out, but they're in the big dance. Had Houston in the Big 12. Houston rolled. Houston's looking great. So cash that one. ACC had Duke. Duke without Flag came through. They won, beat Louisville. That was solid. Cash that one. Had Creighton, who looked great, came back, took it to Hurley, did that kind of FU dunk at the end of that game. A little dust up at the end of the game. Hurley was not so happy about that. Couldn't get it done against the Johnnies. Patino showing that he's still got it with H. He's getting better with H. Maryland, which absolutely killed me. You know, that was my parlay last leg. All I needed to do was hit. Up by 1 point. How do you let that guy drive all the way down the court? I mean, you don't foul. I'm yelling as a coach, don't foul. But that doesn't mean don't step up in front of him and play some defense. You don't. That was an uncontested layup the whole way down.
Trey Donaldson really stepped it up in this tournament.
Yeah, that was brutal.
That was rough. I had Maryland as well.
For my for a dollar bets, that cost my Fliff parlay where I would have cashed out at $50 and cost a rebet one. So that was a $70 layup right there. That was brutal. Happens. Free money though. But then, most importantly, my lock of the week last week, I called Florida SEC champion. They rolled. Absolutely rolled.
Plus 280.
Plus, I think, 280, and some is even more on some other books. I saw over 300 on some books.
280. He gives out lock of the week for plus 280. That's pretty impressive, Matt.
Got to follow. So I got half of them there. So you're way up in units if you took my picks for last week. So a solid effort all around. But then let's talk a little bit about our side bet here, the Blanton's Challenge. Debo, as always, he finds a way to hit another rebet. Rebet's been, I mean, he gets $20 to take out. So Debo hit rebet. What night was that? That was Tuesday, Wednesday?
Well, Wednesday, I believe. And then you came right back last night and cashed out. So
cashed out, yeah. I
$20 and you cashed out $20 right back at me. So
right. So let's do a quick recap of the Blanton's Challenge and show everybody where we are.
The Dollar Bets Blanton's Challenge is a year-long competition between Matt and Debo. Here are the rules. We only use 5 free money sports books: Fliff, Thrills, Rebet, Sportzino, and Novig. You cannot deposit any money. The person that withdraws the most amount of money in 2025 wins the bottle of Blanton's. Here are the current standings.
So Debo, you were within $20, and then I hit cashed out, and I back up $40 ahead. Still close, still really close. You know what sucks is Novig. Man, you get the $1 after 5 days of logging in, and after 15 days you get $3. I got $3. Got it up to $5. Then I did the parlay, and the parlay, if Maryland hit, I'm cashing out Novik. So that's another one I would have cashed out. But they have that insurance if you don't get the last leg, so I get $5 again. And then I had Creighton yesterday, and Creighton just crushed me. So that was didn't get Novik. Novik's back to 0. Have to wait until the 29th and get my $5 out of there. But yeah, go ahead.
To be honest, Novik is probably my favorite app, even though we haven't cashed out. If you want to put some money in it, the juice or the vig, whatever you want to call it, is so much lower than Fliff, Rebet, Sportzino. But we really want to try to cash out on Novig to give him a little shout out. Novig, I had a 14 parlay. I lost on a buzzer beater. The Wizards beat the Nuggets. It was the last leg, so that was rough too. Also had a 10-team parlay on Sports Zeno. Missed by one leg. It was Purdue -2.5 yesterday. Just Purdue is just winning but can't cover. And I don't want to bet Purdue ever again, but I probably will tomorrow.
Fading Purdue. The other one, Onyx Odds, it's a new one that came out. They don't give you the free dollar every day. They give you $10 or give you $15. You deposit 10. But the cool thing about it is every day they give you a 30% three-team parlay boost. I mean, that's pretty sweet. For California, those sites don't give you boosts like that. So it's kind of nice to have those boosts. So just got my free money on there. It's not part of the Blanton's Challenge, but playing that a little bit. All right, so we are in March. We are in Madness. The brackets were released several hours ago. I'm sure when you were watching this, you were in the middle of your St. Patty's Day fun. So I'm rocking the Notre Dame gear. Go Irish! Big holiday for the fam here. But let's go through. We're gonna go through some of the games with the spread, and we'll give you some picks against the spread and see what we got. So let's take a look right here at what's happening.
It's a lock, Jerry.
It's a lock. All right, here we go. We are going to look at round one. Let me share my screen here. All right, everyone. Let's go to the first four. Nobody really likes the first four, but we're gonna look at these games real quick. Alabama State, St. Francis. No clue. Haven't watched either of those games this season. Debo, you got a pick on that game?
Nope.
Coin flip. All right, I'm out on that game. Next game, North Carolina against the Aztecs. I am riding the Aztecs right here.
I can't believe they put North Carolina in the first four.
Weak. You know, that's old legacy stuff. It's just weak. They didn't deserve.
Xavier too. Xavier's been hot.
Xavier's, yeah, but I just think North Carolina, they don't deserve to be in there. They've got they don't have many good wins, a lot of bad losses. I think ACC's down this year. San Diego State, Mountain West, riding high. Mountain West has been good in the big dance lately. Going riding the Aztecs on that one. Take Aztecs.
You're riding the Aztecs?
Aztecs plus 3.5.
I might.
All right, next game.
Wait.
You taking North?
I'm taking North Carolina here. Yeah.
All right. Got the Tar Heels there. All right, next game. American versus Mount St. Mary's. Americans. I saw one of their games. Did all right. I'm going to bet this one. Strictly for a homer thing. My wife got her master's degree from American, so going to go a little homer pick. Shout out to Jen for a little homer pick for American University in Washington, D.C., given 3.5 against Mount St. Mary's. Any pick on that one, Debo?
No, I don't know much about those two teams. I'm going to go with your wife.
You're with Jen's pick? All right. Xavier versus Texas. Texas, another team kind of backing in a little bit. They made it. Both those teams, I don't know. I'm having a hard time buying into the SEC hype, right? I mean, they're beating up on each other, but everybody's like, the SEC, the best conference ever in 20 years. I'm kind of feeling like it's football all over again. I don't know. Until they prove me right, I'm going to go Xavier.
That's fair. SEC obviously is the most favorite conference. They have the most teams in the Big Dance. I'm going Xavier as well. I love the Big East.
Yep. Big East's been
Xavier's been hot. They've been very hot as of late too. They had a slow start, so give me Xavier for sure.
Yep. And my cousin's going to be heading out to date to watch the first four before he joins us in Lexington. So he's going to be at those games. He's got a little connection to some Xavier players, so he's excited about that one. All right, now we're moving to the real games. Real games starting in the South region. Number 8 Louisville against number 9 Creighton. I will be at this game starting out early.
Hell yeah.
You know, which is kind of bullshit, I got to say, is a number 8 seed getting to play an hour away from home, right? That's the committee is really setting up Louisville. Creighton's going to fly from Omaha, right? And Louisville's an hour away. 8-9 seed is going to be a total homer crowd. I mean, I know it's Lexington, which is UK territory, but still, It's an hour away. -2.5. It's going to be a tough game for Creighton. Really tough game. But like I said, ACC down year. Give me the Blue Jays.
Give me the Blue Jays too.
Yeah, right?
God, I thought you were going to take
Ashford?
Louisville. I thought you were
No.
going to take Louisville. Kalkbrenner's on his sixth year because of the COVID and the red shirt. The sixth year, right?
Right.
We got Ashworth. Give me the Big East one more time. I'm telling you, I'm heavy on the Big East.
Yeah, so that's an interesting game, but going Blue Jays on that one with the two and getting 2.5 too. I mean, if anybody can handle a rough crowd, last year I was at the Creighton Oregon game in Pittsburgh, and man, the crowd all was pulling for Oregon. People were done with Creighton. Oregon was playing great, and Creighton could just handle it. The guys are gamers, so I think they can do it again. So I'm taking Creighton.
The away team.
All right. Next game, Texas A&M laying 7.5 at Yale. Ivy League team. Ivy League's put up the upsets lately. Last couple of years, they're putting up scores. They hung 100 on Cornell this year. They put up, what was it, 90 something today?
Can you imagine if they still have Danny Wolf?
Right,
Michigan?
I know, for Michigan. I know. I think it's going to be a close game. I think Yale hangs in there. I think that spread's too much. Give me Yale and the points. What do you got?
I don't have a strong side on this, but if gun to my head, if I had to pick something, I'm going to go Yale too with you, plus 7.5.
All right. Next game. Michigan Wolverines -2.5. One of these 5-12 games against the UC San Diego Tritons. East Coast bias out there. People probably haven't seen them. But San Diego's been having a great season. They've been winning quite a bit. The problem is Michigan had that blip like 2 weeks ago. I started fading him, and I've lost to him twice in a row.
Well, they've proven me wrong 3 times in a row for me. 3.
Right? And like you said, Wolf, you just call that Wolf. I mean, that guy is money. He's right there all the time when they need him. They come back on when they're down. That's a tough one.
And then Golden. Also, I just found out Golden and Michigan's coach, they came from Florida Atlantic last year. And the coach brought Golden over, the other 7-footer. And I was on Michigan early, and then I faded them middle of the season, and they're making me pay for it. So I don't really have a play here, but UC San Diego is something to watch for here.
They're hot, but Michigan came hot too. That's a coin flip for me. If I had to pick,
give me the dog, right?
Yeah, I mean,
no, you know what?
I would lean towards Michigan, but if I'm in one of those pools where you get points, which I am in one of those where you get points for the upset, I'm taking UC San Diego. I think it's a coin flip, even without the spread. So yeah, that's a tough one. All right, next game, number 7 Marquette against number 10 New Mexico. So we got Shaka Smarts against Pitino Jr. Some of the young coaches, up and coming coaches in March Madness.
Well, you already know who I'm taking.
You're taking Marquette. You're taking Shaka.
I'm taking my Big East. Give me Cam Jones. The guy's unreal. Yeah,
I think I'm going to take Pitino Jr. Even though they didn't win the Mountain West for me, taking New Mexico and the points. All right, Iowa State Big 12 team against Lincecum, number 14. This is one of those games that on the bracket people are just penciling in Iowa State. You had 13.5. A little bit of pause, but not really. I'm just going Cyclones. Cyclones in that one. Easy rating.
Cyclones. I'm taking the Cyclones as well. I didn't watch a Lipscomb game all year.
Yeah.
To be honest, Iowa State's fully healthy now. They got a couple of their guys back. I think they're going to be rolling here.
Yep.
And I might even take them to win. To go to the Final Four here in this bracket.
Last game in the region, Sparty laying 18.5 against number 15 Bryant. Now, I am high on Tom Izzo in
March.
Right? The guy just gets it done. Old school, gets his team to play. But Bryant's I've put a lot of bets on Bryant this year, and they have won.
Have you?
Bryant just
You're
does
such a degenerate. Are you kidding me? What is he? Are you chasing?
it. No, I'm telling you, Bryant's one of those things. The early games out there.
Oh,
They
it's
beat
early.
Maine. They beat Maine. They're a solid team. East Coast squad there.
Maine's really good, right?
Maine's good. Vermont's good. They're in a decent conference that they're playing
Take
in.
the dog.
18 has a lot of points, man. 8 in March. Like Michigan State's going to win this game, but Bryant's going to make this interesting. This is going to be a 10-point game. If I'm picking straight up, I'm picking Michigan State, Sparty, but taking Bryant with the points.
All right. I'm not betting this, but if I had to, I would take
Yeah.
Michigan State. But I will
All right,
not be betting this game.
Let's head to the East. We got BYU coming in from Provo, flying across country against Virginia Commonwealth. Virginia Commonwealth just won the A10. They look pretty good against George Mason today. But BYU is a solid team. I just think the A10's a pretty weak conference right now. Taking BYU and laying the 3.5.
I'm with you on that, Matt. Give
All
me
right.
BYU. They're just really hot right now. They're rolling. They probably won. I think they've 8 out of their last 10 they've won, and they are rolling right now. Give me BYU.
All right. Next game, Wisconsin laying 16.5 versus Montana, the Grizz. Wisconsin coming
Not the
off
Memphis
the loss.
Grizzlies.
What's that?
Is it the Memphis Grizzlies? No.
No, this would be the Montana
Bobby
Grizzlies. Bobby Betts would think it would be, yeah. I'm staying away from this game. 18 that wins their conference, 16.5, too many points. Like Wisconsin to win the game, but not with the points. Staying away. How about you?
I'm staying away as well. You live or you die by the 3. This Wisconsin's motto all year. I mean, they can blow them out, or it could be a close game. It all depends on their 3-point shooting. I'm staying away as well. If anything, if I had to pick, I would take Montana.
All right, next game we got Mississippi State Bulldogs getting 1.5 against Baylor. If I'm looking at this game as a coin flip, I am just going to take the points and take the Bulldogs. I also usually fade Baylor to my detriment usually, but it's a tough game, tough call on that one. Not going to bet this one.
All right, I'm going to go up. I'm going to take Baylor.
All right.
Give me Baylor against Mississippi State. +1.
Next one, we got Bama laying 22.5 against Robert Morris.
I'm going to go ahead and take Alabama team total over 90. That's probably what it's at.
What are you going to take in this game? Are you going to take Bama laying at 22.5? It's a lot of points. That might be the most points. I haven't checked. This might be the most points in the whole first round.
Yeah, it is. No, you know what? I'm not going to take a side on this.
I'm not going to bet, but if I was going to bet, I think Bama might cover this one. They're a little bitter. They've struggled a little bit the last 2 games. I think they could cover that.
And I've never watched a Robert Morris game this year as well. So.
All right, next game we got the Ducks laying 5.5 against the Flames of Liberty, number 12. Liberty's been all right this year, but Ducks been playing good lately. Good competition in the Big Ten.
Dana Altman playing good.
I'm laying 5.5, taking the Ducks in this game.
I'm right there with you. Give me the old Pac-12 Ducks. Okay.
The old school Pac-12.
There's only 2 Pac-12 teams in this. We got Arizona and
you know what? Right? The old school we might get an old school Pac-12 matchup with Arizona and Oregon in round 2 of this one. But
that's right.
Wow. Yeah, they could face each other. All right, the Gales of St. Mary laying 4.5 against Vandy. I think Vandy plays really well at home.
I'm torn.
I just think being on the road, don't see it. Give me the Gales laying 4.5.
I'm torn. I can't pick a side here, but if I were, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and follow you. Vanderbilt's been really good, like in the second half of this season, but I love St. Mary's too. I'm
All
going
right.
with you. I'm gonna go with you on that.
All right.
Give me the Gales -4.5.
All right. Next game, we got Zona laying 13.5. The Wildcats against the Zips. And I think Arizona put the Zips.
Akron. That's where
The
Curry
Akron
and
Zips.
LeBron was born.
I thought Caleb Love stepped up big time for Arizona.
Oh, he hyperextended his knee yesterday.
Did he?
Did you see that?
I
Yes,
did not
he did.
see that. But,
And it's probably like a week. I mean, he can play on it, but
they'll be all right. I think Arizona's going to roll over Akron. Akron has just got a legacy of losing in football and basketball. Arizona, easy win. Pencil that one in to your next round.
they got a legacy of breeding good basketball players,
There
but
you go.
like Curry and LeBron. But I'm a big Wildcat fan, and they do not impress me this year. And I'm not going to pick a side here, but
All right. No bet on that one.
Zona does not impress me. Caleb Love cannot do everything, especially with a hyperextended knee. So
All right. The Midwest region, Lexington, games I will be at. Can't wait to be
will
there.
be
It's
there.
going to be Thursday.
Oh,
UCLA,
wait.
UCLA Bruins laying 5.5 against Utah State. You know, I'm going to be rocking. I have a UCLA Bill Walton jersey. Shout out to Bill Walton. Sad that he's gone, but I will be repping Bill with the jersey at the tournament in Lexington, wearing the Bill Walton jersey, rooting for UCLA that game. What do you got?
I'm on UCLA too, and I had a little mistake when a couple of minutes ago I said there was only 2 teams representing the Pac-12. I forgot about UCLA. There's 3 teams representing the Pac-12. 3 teams
from the old Pac-12, right?
I totally forgot about UCLA. Yeah. Give me UCLA right here, -5.5. But they will face some trouble next round, and they will be out second round.
Right. All right. We got Gonzaga -6.5 versus Georgia. Georgia's pulled off some upsets, but Mark Few in March. It's a tough one. 6.5 is a lot of points. This is going to be a close game. I'm not betting this one. I think Gonzaga is going to win. If I had to pick, I think I take Georgia in the points, but I take Gonzaga to win. What do you got?
I'm taking Georgia for sure in the points. You said Mark Few. He's a great coach, but has he won anything? No, he hasn't. Love Gonzaga all the past years. This year, they are not the same team. They have a couple good players, Nembhard. His older brother's in the NBA, just killing it. Also got their centers killing it. But other than that, they are not impressing me. Give me Georgia, SEC team in a hard conference, +6.5.
All right. Dogs it is. All right. We got Tennessee, Coach Barnes, coming off the loss in the SEC championship, laying 19.5 to Wofford, number 15. You know, the defense, Tennessee, hungry. I'm going to be at this game too. Tennessee's going to roll.
Let's go.
Tennessee's absolutely going to roll. We got.
Didn't Wofford make a run last year?
Yeah, but
no, I know. Was that them? I just forget. Honest to God, I forget. It was Wofford they made it to the Sweet 16, right? As like a 13 seed.
Was that last year?
Or was it the year before?
Maybe. Have to do some research on that one.
Anyways,
have to edit this. I have to edit that part of the pod out.
Okay. Anyways, I have no play in this game, but
all right.
I don't know. 19.5 is a lot.
Moving on to Boiler Up, Purdue laying 9.5 to High Point. High Point's first time ever in the Big Dance.
I got High Point. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Really? Oh, that's right. You're fading Purdue. You know, I was at.
No, it's not even about Purdue. It's about High Point.
All right. I saw Purdue last year with Zach Edey. Was at that game. Also, I traveled from Pittsburgh to Indy. Saw Purdue. Saw Zach Edey. Fans are pretty solid. Don't love Purdue, but I'm gonna take them 9.5. All
I
right.
love Braden
Next.
Smith. I
Hmm.
love Braden Smith, right? He's in the conversation for player of the year. Um, I did not like Purdue with Zach Edey, but they proved me wrong. I bet against them. Look at you, just bragging about, oh, yeah, I was at that game. I wish I could say that, man.
You're gonna
Quit
be in
boasting
Vegas.
about that.
You're gonna be in
Yeah, I'm
Vegas.
going to be in Vegas. Yeah,
Because
but I'm
Vegas is
not at
great.
these games. You got
It's
a
all right.
better view than anyone else. But
Yeah. We'll do a live pod
I
from
don't
there.
know if you know about do a little research on High Point. I did earlier, and this team is looking unstoppable. Like
All right.
I know
Debo's got some
they're not
inside info.
they're not
Maybe.
playing the same type of teams that like Purdue, but we'll see. I'm
All
taking the
right.
points.
All right. Next game, we got number 5, Clemson versus McNeese. Um, Down on the ACC. Team giving up 7.5. Those 5-12 games, right? Taking McNeese.
I'm right there with you. I'm taking McNeese as well. This team has a lot of mojo
All right.
from
Next
their.
game. Go
Yeah,
ahead. Go
go
ahead.
ahead. Well, did you see their equipment manager with the guy who brings out like the stereo?
No, I did not see that.
He's seen this little viral video, but like these guys have a lot of mojo. He was the equipment. I don't know what his actual job title is, but he was with Furman last year, and they like had this dance like every time they walked out. And now he's with McNeese, and everyone they got a lot of good mojo. Give me
All
McNeese.
right. Let's ride the mojo. Get on the bandwagon.
Yep.
McNeese bandwagon. Heard it here first.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
28.5. Whoa.
Well, I guess Bama did not have the biggest spread. I didn't see this. Houston, the Cougars
I
laying
want to talk to
28 and a
Samson.
half. 28 and a half. You know what? I'm still taking them. I just love this Houston team. The size inside, they're going to roll. They're going to absolutely roll.
Offensive
Yep.
rebounds kills. It's demoralizing.
Yeah,
This
you
is the
can't.
number one offensive rebounding team in the country, I believe,
Yeah, yeah.
and they're top 10 in defense as well. And they always are with Sampson at the helm. But yeah, give me Houston
Yep.
too. And I'm probably not going to bet it, but give me Houston here. I lean Houston.
All right. Got the Wildcats laying 10.5 against Troy. Brand new Wildcat team. Went out and got everybody, and they played pretty well.
It's a brand new Wildcat team every year. Okay.
Right, it's true. It always has been. They're always one and done, even with new coach. Yeah, I'm taking the Wildcats here. Going Kentucky over Troy.
Me too. Me too.
All right, moving to the West. My Jayhawks, Rock Chalk got one of the hardest draws of
Bill Self
March
versus
Madness.
Calipari.
Calipari. Speaking of a new team, Calipari built a whole new team. This
Took
is
over from Musselman.
yeah. And,
Musselman had a good team over there too. So.
yeah,
I know where you're going. You're going Kansas.
I'm gonna go Jayhawks. Jayhawks have the talent on the team. If they just can't come out flat, they got to make their threes. And the nice thing about this game is Arkansas isn't one of those teams that they match up poorly against. Like this is a team they match up well. Like a team that's gonna go banging inside with them. That's a team that's fine. It's those teams that just start hitting on the outside and draining threes after threes. And that's not the way Arkansas plays. They're playing up tempo game. I think the Jayhawks win this one. It's a tough first matchup, but I'm taking Kansas. 5.5 is it's a decent spread for that, but still think they got that. But then the next round they're gonna have to play the Johnnies. Oof, that's brutal. That's a brutal game for them. But yeah, who do you got? You're Kansas on your do not bet list. I know that, right?
All right, Kansas started the season as the number 1 seed. They suffered no injuries. They're not even ranked.
That's not true. They had
no
Adams was hurt
serious
for
injuries.
half. Adams was hurt for a while. He was out for like
a
5
couple games.
Like 5,
And,
maybe.
and
Yeah.
Adams is the best player in my opinion.
He's hustle. He is hustle,
Um,
rebound, just great
Well, yeah,
effort. Yeah.
he's
Great
3.
defender
I
too.
mean,
He's a
he
Draymond Green
offense
of the
and defense.
team.
He's both.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
how do you go from 1 to not even in the top 25? And you're a 7 seed right now. I mean, they're just in shambles. You know what I think? My theory. I already told you. They got paid too much in NIL money, and they're slacking
Oh
off.
yeah. I mean, you've got
It's
a couple
different this
players
year,
they
man.
picked up from Bama, from Wisconsin, from
Yeah,
they came in there
Store. They
expecting to
got
hit the store. Store's getting paid $750,000 this year,
no
and
way.
$750K, and
And
he got
Zeke Mayo and
Zeke Mayo's inconsistent, but he's better. He's at least he's playing with him. Store has had one good game. He got 19 in the against UCF, but the rest of the game's brutal.
That's what I'm
Brutal.
saying. You pay these guys, and some of them slack off, some of them don't. But
Yeah.
that's my theory.
Mhm.
And I also think they should stop running their offense through Hunter Dickinson. It's just not working out.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's brutal.
I love DeJuan Harris and KJ Adams. I like Dickinson too, but you shouldn't run your offense around him.
Yeah,
It's just not working out.
And you know what the thing? I like Dickinson can post up and beat anybody inside, but man, he gives up some easy baskets inside. His defense is not great. But anyway,
Poor man Zach Edey. But
yeah, rooting for Kansas, hoping they could do it. Be nice to see him do it.
I'm taking Arkansas, by the way.
Not hold that help. All right. Next game, we've got Wreckham, Texas Tech Red Raiders, laid 15.5 against UNC Wilmington.
Bobby Knight.
Texas Tech was Bobby Knight. It was Bobby Knight. After he got fired from Indiana.
Right now.
After he threw the chair. I'm going to have to put my my Bobby Knight signed jersey behind me sometime soon. I got the Patino signed jersey and the Bobby Knight signed jersey. I'm going to get those up here at some point. I am going... I'm going to go Tech. Wreckham. What do you got?
I don't really have a play here. I'm not going to bet it, but I lean UNC Wilmington. I'm going to fade Patrick Mahomes here.
All right. Fade Mahomes. Next
He's
game, we got the Johnnies.
Yeah.
We got the Johnnies.
You already know what I have. You already know.
Yeah. The Red Storm against
Patino.
Omaha. This spread should not be... This is the spread that should be 28, right? This is the spread that's... yeah. This is easy money right here. 17.5 is easy money. Easy money.
Rick Pitino's going to put the press on within the first couple minutes. It's no mercy. No mercy with this guy. And
Yeah.
when it hits the tournament, they're going to be sitting their starters when there's 10 minutes left in the second half. So.
All right. Next one. We got Mizzou going against Drake.
This is tough.
Another 6.5. I'm taking the dog right here in both senses, and I'm going Drake. Drake. What do you got?
Hate the Drake.
Drake.
I love the Drake. It's Seinfeld reference.
Yeah, it is a good Seinfeld reference.
I don't have a play here. This is too close. But
all right.
I'll go ahead and piggyback you. Give me Drake.
All right. Next game, we got the Terps, who let me down with their defense late, laying 11.5 against the Lopes of Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon, a team that's showing up in March of late. I think Maryland's going to win the game, but I think 11.5 is a little too tight. If I'm betting against a spread, I'm taking Grand Canyon. Probably wouldn't bet this game, but that would be my bet. Maryland's going to win. Grand Canyon plus 11.5. Got a bet on this one?
100%. That's too many points. I'm going Grand Canyon. Probably will bet this. Derek Queen can only do so much for Maryland. 11.5 too much. Give me Grand Canyon. They're gelling.
All right, next game. Memphis Tigers getting 2.5 against the Colorado State Rams. Rams played great. Played great down the stretch. Solid coach there. In
Colorado State, they're on like a 10, 12 game winning streak.
Right. But
Colorado State's
Memphis,
hot.
so is Memphis, though. Memphis covered against UAB today.
You taking Memphis?
Taking Memphis. Even though, my son got accepted to Colorado State, almost went there. Fort Collins, a great town. Love the Rams. Heart would be with the Rams, but my money is going on the Tigers.
Give me Colorado State money line. I'm fading Anthony Hardaway, but
Fading Penny. Penny gets the fade.
Speaking of pennies, they've only been winning the game by pennies. They don't. They're in these close games. They never blow out teams. I feel like every time I watch them. Give me Colorado State. They're hot. I'm taking them on the money line.
All right, next game we got Florida, the Gators, my lock to win the SEC. Who covered?
I applaud you
Minus
for that.
28.5 against Norfolk State. I watched that Norfolk State against South Carolina State. I had South Carolina State. South Carolina State. This game was tied. I don't know if you watched that game in the championship game. South Carolina State is tied. There's like 6 seconds left, and the guy decides to foul the guy in Norfolk State. Like, why? Why? At that point, it's like
money on the spread.
it did seem like the fix was in. So foul, lost my bet, lost my parlay thanks to that one. So just because of that, and because go Gators, I think Gators are going to roll. Norfolk State was losing most of that game. They were down by 10 at one point against South Carolina State. I think this is going to be an easy win for the Gators.
And I'm right there with you.
Right.
I want to shout out Matt. I want to shout out Matt real quick. For his lock of the week, he picks a plus 280 Florida to win the SEC. When you got Auburn, Alabama, and all those great teams.
Tennessee.
Tenney. The list goes on. Texas Tech, Ole Miss. This guy picks Florida plus 280 as his lock of the week, and it hits. So I hope you guys follow.
Hope we follow. Getting you money every week. Lock is hit. I think.
I did not.
I think on the pod, we've done 12 episodes. I think I've got.
You are profitable for sure.
I think maybe like at least 9 of the 12 my lock is hit. So I've been solid on the locks.
Christ.
It's been solid.
Yeah, plus 280 to add to that.
All right. UConn. Hurley, who seems to be Hurley should have taken the Lakers job, huh? He's getting bitter. Everything's getting to him. He's in his own head. Oklahoma, who's been playing hot, I don't know that UConn wins this game. The pressure's on. There is tons of pressure on him. Whew. That's going to be a tight game. I'm not betting that game. I think I will pick UConn, but I'm not betting that one. You got any thoughts on that one?
Can you move the screen down a little bit? I can't see.
You got UConn.
Spread.
UConn is minus 3.5.
I've been fading UConn, but I might take them here.
Yeah.
They're starting to get hot. I will take UConn here actually, but
right.
second round they're going to get bounced out for sure, in my opinion.
All right, we have done all of the picks. That is our round one picks. Fill out your brackets. We're going to come back at you shortly. We're going to bring Bobby Betts on the pod. We're going to go through, get you Sweet 16 picks, help you fill out the brackets. That was your betting picks just for against the spread for you degenerates out there. If you're filling out your brackets where there's no spread, which most of you are doing, if you're not picking the mascots, or as my daughter does, the colors of the school, and she always wins, whatever you got, we're going to give you our picks to do it. So we're out of here on this one, but go ahead, Debo.
If I give you any picks, please fade me because I'm.
Don't fade Debo. Hey, you never know.
I am ice cold in college basketball right now, but I think it flips around. Hopefully, I go on a run here. Fade me or follow me. Who cares? We're doing this for fun. This is all for fun. Matt, you're the man. Send your tickets in to Dollar Bets on IG.
Send your tickets in.
Twitter.
All right. We'll be back. We'll do the whole preview of the whole bracket with Bobby Betts. So make sure you tune in for that one. See you soon.